aboard this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Hunky Dory Craft TV. My name is Anne-Marie, and I am joined by the fabulous Emily today, who has just been quick fixing a couple of gremlins. She's just chased them out the door and she's fixed everything. So well done to Emily. She's rather marvellous. And we have over in the demonstration station, oh my goodness, it has been literally since last year since we've seen her. It's the lovely Natalie.
How weird is that? It's last year, actually. People keep saying to me, it's January. I'm just like, January is only just starting for me and it's going to be over before we know it.
I know, we've just been saying this before we came on the show. Next week is literally the end of January next week.
It is.
How fast has that gone?
It's crazy.
We don't have any January blues here. We are loving January, and I hope you guys are too, because we have got so many incredible launches for you, including today's, which sold out yesterday.
I did.
Super
in less
fast.
Than 45 minutes, it was gone.
It was a little bit crazy. So we are bringing you that beautiful iris folding collection today. But before we look at that in more detail, let's have a look at this week's Win It Weekly. It's a bit of a cracker this week, isn't it? Look at all these beauties. So if you would like to be in with the chance of winning these gorgeous duotone paper pads, you will win all four. And there are 5 winners.
5 winners?
5 winners. Over £100, which we love. All you need to do is answer our Win It Weekly question, which is really good fun this week. So we would like to know from you. You just need to like, share and comment with the answer to our question, which is, what is the UK's national dish? Is it A, fish and chips? Is it B, bangers and mash? Or is it C, chicken tikka masala? What do you think, Nat?
I think I'm going to be very disappointed because I think it's a trick question.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think it's the obvious, and I think I know this from a quiz question.
Oh, see, I was a bit torn between A and C. I don't think it's bangers and mash.
No, but it should be. Oh,
I was disappointed that roast dinner wasn't on there.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
That's the most British
roast
thing
dinners,
you can get,
Yorkshire puddings. What's going on?
Oh man.
But you just need to let us know the answer, what you think it is, and you will be entered into the draw to win this selection. I'll turn it around so you can see the other colours.
And I'm telling you what, they're going to work amazingly with your iris folding.
Are you telling us what?
I'm telling you what, amazing. They are going to work.
Yeah, they really are, aren't they?
Perfect.
Yeah, they're going to be fabulous. So just like, share and comment with your answer below, and we will be selecting the 5 winners on Friday's show. How exciting. Okay, now let's get into this fabulous iris folding. We just have a quick little VT to show you, and then we will crack on and look at all the beautiful dies. They look absolutely stunning. I just love this collection so much. So it consists of 4 dies. So these are the dies which are going to cut your apertures. So we'll look at these first of all, and then we have some beautiful boards to show you as well. So each die basically cuts out your aperture. So then that will give you your space to do your iris folding in. But I can see that these are going to be useful elsewhere.
So useful.
Yeah, just creating apertures to maybe, you know, just pop some parchment through or some acetate, something like that. So you can get this incredible ultimate collection which contains all 4 of these dies. You can see there
And
the
the price
beautiful
is
flower.
such a good price, isn't it?
The price is amazing. So it contains all 4 dies and the paper folding pad as well. I love the watering can. I think it's fab. So with your dies, you are also going to get this fabulous paper folding pad. So that's £34.95. It's saving you £12, which is just incredible. But here we have put together for you a paper pad which is ideal for using as iris folding. So it is lightweight. Well, any paper folding really. Obviously we've done it with iris folding, but you could use it with sort of origami and things like that as well. It's got 80 sheets in here and it's 100 GSM, so it's a really nice lightweight. We've got some foil designs in here for you too, so you can add a little bit of extra pizzazz to your iris folding apertures, but they're just gorgeous. So you're going to get all of that. Let's have a look at the boards because these do show you in a little bit more detail exactly what you're going to get. So every single die comes with your iris folding template in there as well. So then once you fold all your papers and align them to that template, you get this beautiful sort of folded effect. Natalie is going to show us obviously in much more detail how we can recreate this, but you can see how useful, particularly the butterfly. This is going to be fabulous for using with anything.
Wings are separate, so you can have sort of like half iris folded, half done in a completely different way. You could use parchment behind there. So the bits that are missing, you can reuse in other ways as well.
Definitely. So if you want to get the butterfly iris folding die on its own, it's £9.99. You can see already, if these dies are £9.99 each, you're looking at £40 just for the dies, and your bundle is £34.95, and you get that paper folding pad as well. So you can see where the value is. Obviously it is in the bundle, the Ultimate Collection. Here is that beautiful hummingbird. It is so stunning, isn't it? It's really, really beautiful. I love the colours that one's been done in there with that sort of soft lilac. And there's our flower. Really stunning. You can see how the foiled, oh, wrong way, the foiled ones just add that extra bit of movement, a little bit of extra detail to the iris folding there as well. And then of course we have that watering can, and that's got that classic sort of colours. Iris folding sort of twist in it, hasn't it? It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Love, love, love. So that is your Ultimate Collection. It's quite short and sweet, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It really is. So Natalie.
Yeah.
What are you going to make for us first?
Okay, so we're going to do sort of more of a male theme card, because that's something that I think a lot of people ask for all the time. So what we're going to do first of all is to do this a little bit different. We're going to make cut our aperture from a circle. So I'm just using our straight edge nesting dies. It's the largest one we've got. I'm going to run that through the Gemini MIDI. Now, one thing that's also great about these is that they all do fit through your smaller die cutting machines. Some people might want to use the bigger machines, and that is completely fine because you can make larger cards, obviously, because no matter how you use your die, you're just going to need sort of the middle bit for your iris folding. So you can make this on an 8x8 and then sort of decorate around it.
Yeah.
You could do this on a 7x7, but anything below 6x6 that you're making on, or like this where we're just using it as sort of like to create a topper, then you can pop it onto a piece like this, and it's going to work perfectly. So I've just cut that out of this willow tree. However, we are going to sort of change this up in a minute. So I'm going to show you sort of how to start off your designs, and then we've got one that is already sort of ready to go, so we can super speed through this and you can see lots of different examples. So this now has, you haven't got the whole image, but that is okay because we can cut around it. Inside all of your dies, you'll have your die on the back side, and then when you open them out, mine's got a bit of glue on it already, so it's a bit sticky. You've got your template to follow, and then you've got full step-by-step instructions. And there is also online videos for each iris folding set that we have created, and it shows you from start to finish how to build up this iris folding.
We will be dropping those videos on our YouTube channel throughout this week, so stay tuned for those.
So once this is all ready to go, you just want to line it up, and then we're going to tape it down. I'm just using tiny bits of tape to do that. Let's pop this.
Look how easy that is to line up
on
as
the
well.
other side. And then you want to get your iris folding paper pad. Now I've chosen to use sort of like neutral colours here, so we've gone for the
Ooh.
These two colours, and I also like the fact that they both match as well. So we've gone for the brown and we've gone for the beige, and then they've both got the same sort of style on them. Now when you're doing this, you want to cut them down to between 3 and 4 centimetres. So let's bring the guillotine in and we can line these all up together and we can cut them into one straight piece. So I'm going to line these up now we'll go the other way around. Line them up to that 3 centimetre mark, which is that first one there.
Does it have to be 3 centimetres, or is that
doesn't.
your...
So 3, I would say, is the smallest you could do it on, because that means you're not going to have any gaps.
Okay, I see.
When you fold it over.
But I guess you don't want them too big either, because they're using lots of paper and it's going to get quite chunky.
So I'd say between 3 and 4 centimetres is probably where you want to stick your pieces together, and then we're going to fold them all in half. Now this doesn't have to be super precise, you don't need to use your scoreboard for this, you just want to fold it so those pieces are all together.
And do you glue those together then? Because I found it a little bit easier to keep the bulkiness down.
I would suggest, I think that's a top tip for everyone, is if you do this sort of like before you start your design, just run your glue stick down the middle, because that is going to keep that edge together and it's going to make it a lot neater behind. So let's just finish those ones off and then we can start to build up this design. So once you've got this all ready to go, and I mean you can use whichever colours you want. We're going with more of a neutral colour for this one, more of like a gardening theme. And then we're going to start from number 1. So all you'd need is your your purple glue stick. We are suggesting mainly for the ease of it.
Yeah.
You don't want any wet glue because it's going to take a while to dry. This dries really quickly.
It's ideal, isn't it? It dries quickly. It dries clear. It isn't going to warp the paper.
No.
It's strong enough for what you need, because you don't need mega adhesive for this. It's just holding it in place until you've stuck it down, isn't it?
So I would suggest don't cut your pieces down beforehand. Cut them down as you go, so then
don't
you
want
know.
to cut them too small, yeah.
No, because if you cut them too small, then you've wasted it. So just popping it over the numbers, and you can follow this, it's like a guide. So once you've got this ready to go, you kind of just get into a zone of sort of gluing and sticking.
It's quite therapeutic.
It is really quite therapeutic. I spent quite a lot of time folding paper last Thursday. But the fun thing is the design and building your designs and thinking of different ways in which you can use the colours. So for this one, I'm doing sort of like a mix of these two colours, and we're going down from like the foiled to the plain and then back to the foiled of the opposite colour. So we've got those ones done now, and then we'll go up here because 5, 6 and 7 are this end piece.
Oh, okay. So you just need to keep your eye on where that's going.
So just pop this around, and obviously I don't have an edge here, so you've just got to be a little bit careful because we have done this a little bit more fancy for you and we've changed this up, but that's not a problem because there's loads of space that we can stick it down to, and also when we've added the other colours it's all going to sort of come together nicely. So we're going to follow this round all the way until we're done, and then what the best thing I would suggest if you're new to iris folding and you've never really done it before is kind of follow the template. If I bring another one in, what Stacey and Jen have done when they've designed this is that you can see you've got different colours. Now if you follow these different colours and sort of swap the colour out you're using every time, so say you choose a dark pink for the darkest blue, you've got light pink here, we're going to go for blue here, and then you're going to alternate these colours, you're going to get a design
really
like
pattern,
the patterns that we've shown you on the boards. So if you're new to it, if you're not sort of like confident with how to work it, do it that way. And then once it's finished off, now this is a different coloured cardstock because I couldn't find any of the plain, you're going to get this really nice image like we've got here.
Doesn't it?
Now I've used the same sort of colour ways with this, so what I'm going to do is to just make it a little bit different, make it stand out. We're going to bring our inks in, and I'm using the butterscotch ink, and this is our glitter sort of shimmery ink pad, so it's going to add a bit of shine to our project. Now I think men's cards sometimes they can be harder to use, but when you've got the right tones of colours, and I think with this one as well, with the sort of neutral colours. It's quite calm as well.
Faith has
Quite
just
a nice
asked a question.
range.
She said, if I photocopy the template, can I use washi tape straight on it and then add the die cut over the top? I guess you could.
Yeah, you could do. You could do it that way if you
Yeah.
wanted. It wouldn't be, I don't see why not at
No.
all. No, I think it would be quite fun that way as well. So then we're going to create a little background for this to sit on. So I've got a 6x6 which we're going to use, and I've got some more of these papers. Now what we're going to do is put them together in sort of like a pattern like we've created on this panel here. So I'm going to let's get some thin tape. We don't want any thick tape. We want the super, super thin one, because then we can just add to here and pull off. Now I need this. And the good thing about this as well is that once you've got the dies, you can use anything as your papers.
Yeah.
You don't have to use this. You could use stuff that you've got around the house. You could use, what did we have people suggesting yesterday? I think Dean said it would be really cool to use newspapers.
Oh, yeah.
You could
yeah,
use
yeah.
paper pads from collections that we've brought out. You could use Parchment, which is something that we're going to do a little demonstration with.
I guess you could use like really random things like the sweet wrappers from like your Quality Street. You know, like the clear,
The
coloured,
really cool
plasticky ones.
Yeah, you could use that. You could use
You could use all sorts, couldn't you?
absolutely anything. Dean said about newspapers with dates on.
Yeah, that'd be
things like
really
that
cool.
for any like special occasions, maybe
Something
like
a bit
it's
more
birthday.
personalised. Yeah.
But it is really just handy to have all of these colours in here. Now I've cut this with scissors because I kind of want it not to be straight.
Okay.
I want it to have that sort of like
Bit of a rustic feel.
Rustic feel, especially because of the colours that I've chosen to use here. So let's just trim that down.
Oh,
again.
Michelle said she used to do her ice folding with Christmas wrapping paper.
Yes,
That's a good
wrapping
idea,
paper
yeah.
was suggested. I think that would be really cool. Anything that's just sort of quite thin, because what you want to
not too
avoid
heavy.
is the bulk, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's add these on. I think I've done that one a little bit too short, but that's okay.
Jeanette said earlier.
Keep going because we can tidy this up afterwards.
She said that, like back in the day, like when with iris folding when it was quite big, you used to get die cut aperture cards and a template in the kit. So this is she's saying this is much better because you're never going to run out of cards
You're never going to
now.
run out. You're never going to run out, and you can create your cards to whatever size
Yeah,
you want
you're
them
not
to be, which I
limited.
think is quite nice. So, where are we up to now? Let's see how tall this is going to be. I think maybe another set of browns, and we might just have the height that we need here. So, another strip. And even if you wanted to be really, really quite saving and with your paper pads,
Yeah.
you could cut them down into strips instead of folding it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you've got a really sort of sharp edge, you're going to be able to do that, no problem at all. So we'll pop that on there, and that should now be kind of around the size that we're looking for. So if I bring in my guillotine,
Jackie's asked if
I'm
you
going
could
to
do
use
it
this
with
because this is a straight edge.
could you do it with crepe paper?
Yeah, I think that would look really cool
Yeah,
actually.
and like tissue paper.
Tissue paper, because it has like the parchment, it has that sort of like transparent feel to it. So I'm going to cut this down so it's 5 3/4 all the way around. So you've
like
got that
that.
sort of mismatch of sizing on this one side. Let's just try and go through that bit again. But then you've still got that edge. And then what we're going to do is pop this onto our card. But I still want that like white edge, I think, because it's going to make it look quite nice. So again, we'll just stick this down. We're going to add a little bit of ink, I think, onto this as well. So before we stick it down, this is why you shouldn't change the plans that you have before you, like 5 minutes beforehand, because I had a different plan, but then I thought, oh, actually, that'll look quite cool. So we've just changed it up. So let's ink around here. So you've got that same sort of thing going on that you've got with your main topper image. We'll pop this on to create your background. So think about this as well. These papers are not just for your iris folding.
No.
You can create so many more things with them. And then to add that more rustic feel on, we're going to add that parchment. And the parchment I've chosen has a really nice light of wood grain on it. So I know that this is going to sit on this side of my card, so I can pop foam pads over on this area here. So do we have any big ones? We do, we do, we do.
That parchment is from our pretty printed parchment pack.
It is.
All of the P's. We love Jen. She names things. I think she does it intentionally. I think she just looks at things and right, how can we make this hard work for live TV?
How can we create a craze? Let's add all of the P's in. So I've put another strip down. It's really quite layery.
I love that though. I think
Really
it's really
rustic. We're going to add another foam pad. Now, and this is the good thing about not sticking your parchment all the way down, is that when you sort of add bits and pieces to it, then you can see spaces where you can hide your workings. We'll add this on top, another couple of foam pads. And you're never going to be able to see that craziness that you have created behind
A few people
here.
have commented on how long it takes to do this, but it's actually quite speedy, isn't it?
It is really quite quick.
If you've got all your papers already folded, it actually doesn't take that long to do the actual template. You'd be surprised.
So then our sentiment we've got is from our Mactastic book of sentiments, and it says, "Grandad, I hope your day is as superb as you are." And we're going to leave it like that because I think the gold that we've got within that kind of really adds to that look.
That looks amazing. I love, love, love it. Thanks, Natalie.
You're welcome.
Isn't she wonderful? Okay, we're going to have a look at a few of our other makes that the team have made. Let me get a wodge so we can have a look at these. They're absolutely beautiful. They really are. You can see all the different ideas. Look at that watering can. That one has been done purely with the foil designs and it looks amazing. So keeping your cards quite clean and simple with the white there. Completely different look here, with the more sort of earthy tones in there. Ah, look at the blue one. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? I just love all the different things you can make. Oh my goodness, look at this
really
one.
cool? So this is just to show you how you can use it with your collections that we've brought to you throughout the
Look
year.
at
Last
that.
year, little bits and pieces you'll have left over, little scraps of paper.
That's amazing. I knew that would be Barbara. It's just wonderful. I like this one as well with the mirror on the inside edge of that aperture. That looks rather special, doesn't it? Really highlights that hummingbird there. It's beautiful. Aww.
Oh, I like that one.
I like that one.
It's a good mix of colours, isn't it?
Yeah. It's gorgeous. I'll just move these out of the way. Oh, I like that as well, using it completely different. Not using it as iris folding at all. And then we have another one here that our lovely cat has made. I'm going to grab some more because we've not seen all of the designs yet and there's some more really cool ones in here. I was going to grab this one anyway because it is gorgeous. Look at this. Let me just
we
bring
did
this
that one
in.
yesterday.
I love this.
And we use the papers again differently and have them folded to be part of the design that
I
you've
love
got
that.
there.
It's gorgeous. That it gives it such a lovely effect. I mean, you know I love anything rainbow anyway. I mean, that has just made my day. I absolutely adore that. Look at the florals as well. Really, really beautiful detail. Cutting that aperture out as well, not just using it in the card. Oh, look at that one. Beautiful ombre effect.
It looks amazing in the parchment, doesn't it?
Is that the parchment? Yeah.
It is. It's
it's stunning.
I'm going to show you just how to do that next.
Ooh, so excited. Another beautiful card there with the oh my goodness, look at this one. Wow.
You can be so creative, can't you?
Yeah, super jazzy. Or you can keep it really plain and simple. It's entirely up to you, isn't it? Another really beautiful design. I like how Debbie's used the die as a template here, as like a stencil. So she's cut that out and then used it as a stencil and inked the background. That's a really cool effect. Ooh, look at that for clean and simple by our fabulous cats.
That is very pretty.
Isn't it? Love, love, love. Oh wow, this one's super jazzy as well. Whose is this? Our Barbara again. Using it with your torn edge dies. There's all sorts in there. What is that one from?
That is from our Duo Design paper pads.
Duo Design paper pads, it's amazing. And then this one, this is yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love this one. So different, just using it sort of off the card there as well. Absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, I've missed one. Is this yours?
Yes, we did that one yesterday.
It's beautiful.
We haven't put a sentiment on it because it was like a last minute, here's another idea.
What an amazing idea.
But then we went and did it.
Love that. So don't forget, you can get that whole collection for just $34.95. It should be $46.95, so you're saving £12 there, which is a huge saving when you think about what you're getting in there. We're going to look at quickly the magazine, because in here are some
So
fabulous
many
projects. Let me find them. Emily is just amazing. She's put in a little paper raffia bookmark for us, so we know exactly where they are. So in here, you're going to get some projects made using the iris folding selection. So you can see here all sorts of ideas. Look at that butterfly. Oh, that looks amazing. Who's made that? Cats. That's gorgeous. I love that. So lots and lots of different ideas in here. Whose is this, Natalie?
Oh yeah, we went a bit fancy with that one.
Just a bit.
Just a little
super
bit.
fancy.
I thought you could put like little bits and pieces in there for your gardening.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely gorgeous. Don't forget, that is in the magazine. We don't have a huge amount of stock of the magazine left.
Oh gosh.
I know, right? So if you haven't got yours, do make sure you grab it. It was launched at the beginning of this month, and it is available until the next one, which is out in March. But like I said, there's not a huge amount left at the moment. And we do have, can I open this, Emily? I am doing. This gorgeous.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh.
I love this.
So pretty. So you get the die. I'm just going to show you the die first of all. So you get that incredible die with all those beautiful houseplants on. And then you're going to get all of your foiled and die cut toppers. Great for sort of a new year, new beginnings. Very uplifting sentiments in here. You know, live for the moments you can't put into words. Plant a little happiness wherever you go. Some really, really beautiful ones. Take time to make your soul happy.
I nearly bought a new houseplant yesterday.
Oh, Natalie, don't.
The Sainsbury's near the studios has the best selection of houseplants.
I bought one from our Preston Sainsbury's the other week, and I said when we were doing this show last week, Mark was like, well, where's that going to go? I was like, somewhere. Doesn't matter where it's going to go. Yeah. It's just very beautiful and we're having it.
Absolutely love having houseplants.
They're very addictive.
They are.
So addictive. The one that we got from Sainsbury's is a calathea, and they're very temperamental. So I'm hoping that it likes its new spot. So as well as your foiled and die cut toppers, your printed cardstock and your foil cardstock, you're going to get all of these wonderful papers as well. So just flip those over because they are double-sided, of course. So just for $8.99, you're going to get your papercraft collection, which is worth $9.99 if you were to buy that on its own, plus the die, plus the magazine. What an absolute bargain. If you haven't got yours yet, make sure you grab it. Okay, Natalie, I think we're coming back over to you.
Okay, so this time we're going to use Parchment. So I've got my bird ready to go. We've put it onto a little piece of Ink Me, and we're going to run that through the die cutting machine. Again, it's going to fit through your smaller MIDI, so just run that through once and it's going to cut it out beautifully. Again, you could leave that bird to one side because you could ink that up. You could use it as a stencil or anything. Like you said, so always keep those little inside pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we're going to pop this onto our template. So bringing in your die, we're just going to line that up, make sure that it's in place nicely, and then again, we're just going to stick it down using some of our low-tack tape. So just pop in that, just moved it a little bit, in place. Then what I've done is I've taken the pink, the purple, the orange and the yellow from our parchment packs, and I've cut these into strips that are 1.5 centimetres long, and we're going to build up this design now. When you're using parchment, I would suggest using it in strips rather than folding it, because then that's where you get that really nice sort of layering effect of the different levels of colour. So just as we did before, we're just going to use our glue stick to add this on. But what you need to be careful with this time is to make sure that you're not adding glue sort of like onto the parchment, the the clear areas. So you are going to have that element of sort of like a lot of layers. You're going to use a lot more sort of parchment than you would if you were doing it the opposite way, because you're just going to need to sort of bring it around. So like with this 3 here, we need to stick that on this section up there.
But you end up using a little bit less because you're not folding. So I
Yeah,
guess it
you
works
will.
out, doesn't it?
You'll use less in that respect, but then you'll probably use a little bit more with how sort of long your layers need to be. So let's just pop this out.
Maybe that one wasn't. That's the reason why it was in the bin.
It probably is. I should have gone and got the one from my desk, but hey ho. And then we'll stick the other one. I'm just gonna layer that around.
Gemma has said she's had a poinsettia since November and it's still going strong. It's the longest a houseplant has ever lasted.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, we had one a couple of years back that lasted over Christmas, but it loses the colour. So I did a little bit of research into how you make them go red again, and apparently they need to be in complete darkness for about 12 hours a day, maybe 14 hours a day,
So
and that's how they go red. How mad is that?
So you just got to leave them in the dark?
So you got to put it in the dark to make it go back to red.
It's a little bit sad.
It is, isn't it? It is really sad.
So then with your wings here, you can see it's alternating from one side to the other. So if we just keep going round here, and we're going to alternate between the purple and the pink, because that's going to give us a nice sort of like shadowy effect on here. So each time just popping it onto that, making sure you've got it on that glue so it's sticking really nicely, and then we'll switch around
so pretty.
again. But once you've finished, it's going to leave you with the most beautiful effect. And I think out of all of them, this is probably the one that is maybe the quickest to put together as well.
Yeah,
so
you're not having to fold as well.
No. And then when it's finished, you're going to have the
look
most
at
beautiful
it.
thing. Now, I did want to work out of a way in which you could die cut this again, pop it on the back, and then it would be see-through, so you could have the light coming through the back side of that, because having that light makes it shine. You can see all the layers so much more, but it looks messy on the back. So alternative, mirror, because it's going to reflect the light, isn't it, and sort of show it up a little bit more. So we'll add this onto a piece of mirror, and this one we're going to keep quite plain and simple, because I think that it actually, with the sort of delicacy of the parchment that we've used, it suits being just quite simple, this one. Where have I put the pokey tool?
Susie said that she's had her poinsettia for 3 years now, and it goes to bed in the wardrobe every night.
How strange is this?
I would forget about it.
But then I suppose if you're still watering it and it's in the dark, it's not necessarily a problem, is it?
No.
Just keep your poinsettias in your wardrobe.
Yeah.
So we'll remove this from here. We're going to pop that on top of our mirror.
Oh, Moira's asking, she's asking Jackie actually, if it's worth being a Platinum member and what are the benefits.
Oh, good question.
Very good question. We don't actually talk about the Platinum Club that often, do we? So if you're a club member, if you upgrade to Platinum, you get 10% off everything. Obviously there's some restrictions, but you do get 10% off everything, and you get your magazines delivered to your door either on or before the launch date. And then obviously when we do double discount offers, you get 20%. You still get your club gifts. There's all sorts of fabulous reasons to be in the Platinum Club. So if you haven't joined yet, or you want more information, you can find the link. I'm sure one of the guys will post it in the comments, but you can just head to our website and have a look at that as well.
So I thought,
I love this.
Love this sort of rainbow effect, and you can see all the different colours.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
I'm going to fold these over, and then we can pop our sentiment on the top, and it's still keeping it plain and simple, but
what a beautiful effect.
A really nice look there. So because we obviously need to add our sentiment on here now, and I'll pop that just there. Let's do another little sneaky trick. So if I line these where I want them to be, oops, and sort of use my fingers just to keep them in place, then I can pop this over, and that's going to keep that parchment where I want
That's going to keep that together, yeah.
Spin that over, and we'll add a bit of tape underneath it, and that's going to secure it to our ink me.
Cute.
Look at all of this crazy last minute decision making.
I know, you're going very rogue today.
Great. What has happened to me?
I don't know. We like rogue Natalie though.
Okay, and then pop that onto some pink. So this one says, on the christening of your little one. And I just thought it was a really nice sentiment to use with this image, and with it being on, like, using the beautiful parchment in those really nice colours. So let's just pop that.
I love the effect with the parchment. I think it's gorgeous.
It's so pretty, isn't it? So give it a go.
You're all going to be hunting around the house now for bits and pieces you can use in your iris
You really are, you really are. So there we go. Another
Beautiful.
one, which has such a different look. And when you catch that mirror sort of behind that bird there, you can see all of those layers sort of coming to life.
It's absolutely stunning. I love it. Thank you so much, Natalie. Okay, we are going to have a look at some of those bits and pieces that Natalie has been using alongside her demonstrations today. So we have got the Moonstone Minis. These are actually on lots of the samples. These are all of our fabulous relatives. So you can see on there, we've got absolutely everything and anything you could ever need. £49.80 is going to get you 20 die sets. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? 20 die sets, or you can buy them individually if you just want one or two. Go for 4 because it's 4 for £10, which obviously gets you another saving there as well. But I'll just show you them in the packaging as well, so you can see how they're going to come to you. Super cute packaging. That's the size of the dies on the back as well. £2.99 each, 4 for £10, or you can get the whole lot, which is everything you see here, for £49.80. That's our Moonstone Relatives dies. Next we have got the Parchment. Lots of people have been asking for this in the comments, I've noted as well. So that's the pack, but I'm going to show you them individually because they look so much better, especially when they've got a little bit of white behind them so you can see the colours. So obviously it's translucent, you get that beautiful sort of finish there as well, but look at these colours. You've got blue in there, you've got that lovely sort of soft green, we've got that beautiful lilac, absolutely gorgeous. We've got almost like a peachy pink, and then more of a pinky pink. And you've got that really soft, what colour would you say that is? Is it like a grey? It's like a bit mushroomy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say like a really nice natural brown colour.
Yeah. Then we've got a lovely little peach, and then of course we've got that beautiful lemon as well. We do have some more parchment coming later in the week. If you're a fan, we have added some additions to the range, but that is our bright selection. And we also have, of course, our glue stick.
And that is the one thing that you need to really, really make this.
How much is it, Natalie?
Stick. It's only a pound.
A pound?
Only a pound for that one.
Pound.
Wow.
Bargain. It's in the pound shop. Stock up now. Get yours while they're a pound, because you're going to need it. Absolutely essential. Okay, we are coming back to you for one last demo.
Yeah, we're going to make a bookmark this time because, you know, sometimes you can make cards with this, you can do lots of other things, but why not do something different? So I've got one of our dies here. It's a nesting die, and we're actually going to extend this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to pop this into our die plate, and we're going to run it through till we get to about, can we see? I want you to be able to see this. Till we get to about here, we'll sort of run that through just so it doesn't go over those edges. And then we'll come back on ourselves. And then we're going to pop this out. If I can get it.
Oh my goodness, Natalie, we've got some drama.
Oh gosh.
The Iris folding bundle is sold out.
Already? No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it has.
No, it hasn't.
It has.
Wow.
We're going to be looking at getting some more bundles together, because we have the individual items, so we can get some more bundles together, I am sure. If not, blame Adam. That's who we blame for everything here. So blame Adam. £34.95 gets you that incredible bundle. Do hold on. Lots of people asking if it's coming back. Hold on.
Get Samantha on the line, Emily.
Where is Samantha?
Where is she? She'll be hiding somewhere in the warehouse because she can sense that everyone's asking her questions. So then again, pop that in the other way around, run it through.
I'm so sorry to interrupt as well.
No, it was important news. and that is going to sort of extend that die for you. Obviously, there's this little bit in the middle that doesn't meet up, but we can just use our scissors to align those together.
That's amazing.
And you're going to get a totally different look. Now you can do this with any die.
So literally, how many dies have you got at home? And how many more dies do you have now that you can do this technique?
So many, so many. And then I've used the larger one, obviously, to make my mat and layer for this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut out our beautiful flower. And again, I'm going to do it quite fancy. And we're just going to sort of do half of the flower on here. So we'll run that through the die cutting machine. We'll get it ready and laid up onto our mat. And then we'll start to design this. Now, we've already got one that is sort of halfway through.
Oh, amazing.
So what we're going to do is finish this off. So we've gone with 3 different colours of green. We've got orange for the first 2 layers. Then we've gone for that beautiful mustard yellow. And then for the centre, we're going to go for the green colour here. Now, this is sort of one big panel.
Oh, that's handy.
The easiest way to do it is to probably, if we cut this down, we can stick that in place. So using my glue stick again, I'm just going to sort of do Kat's amazing trick of dabbing it onto here, and then we'll get a little bit more on there, but we can add some tape as well to make sure that's super, super secure.
The bundle is coming back soon.
And we'll stick that down.
It is coming back.
Have we had the confirmation?
Yeah.
And then
What
we're
absolute
do
dramas for a Tuesday morning.
is using our scissors, we'll just guide that along there, trim off all of those edges, which is going to leave you with that beautiful sort of
pretty
on the edge iris fold, which I think might scare some people. However, the effect is so beautiful, so don't be scared to go rogue and do it off the edge or do it on the side, because it's really going to sort of lift it up. Now we've got that purple layer from our nesting die, which we made earlier on, and that's a little bit longer. So to make sure that this sticks nicely, we're going to use some foam pads, and I'm going to stick them along the edges. So along both sides. And the best thing about iris folding is that it might look like a hot mess on the back side behind. It's kind of like people in general, isn't it? A hot mess on the inside.
Yeah, nobody knows what's going on in the background, do they? Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
From the front. So let's, we'll stick this down. I'm going to put a little bit on there. I've not put anything on this place yet. So while we've still got that edge that's quite flat, we can use our Anywhere hole punch, which is perfect for this type of project. And we'll create that hole punch for our ribbon. And then now we've got that in place, we can go back in and fill this space with foam. And we'll put another bit.
Michelle is saying that she's missed the collection already, and she missed it yesterday as well. It is coming back, Michelle. I promise. We are getting some more. Please don't worry. If it comes up while we're in the show, we'll let you know as soon as it's available.
So, line these back up now with our hole punch.
Oh, I love this, Natalie.
And I think the sort of contrast of colours, because I haven't stuck with the purple for the colours that I've used. I've gone for more colours that work with purple, but I've gone totally different. So I've gone for those really nice orange shades. So let's pop this in here. But you could be making these for so many people. You could use your, your insert selection to sort of write messages on the back or verses or things like that.
It's so beautiful.
So, I've just forgotten something. I've gone for my sentiments again. So we're going to put 2 sentiments on here. My first one is happy retirement, which I've chosen from the orange to match here.
Nice.
And then my second one is for a lovely mother-in-law. So I'm going to pop this on here maybe. Did I use this one? Let's just see if there's another one sneaking around. I'm sure it had Mum on it, but I think I did. So I had 2. But you'll see why I've gone for this one. So I've gone for Mum, I hope you have a wonderful day, because it has the inverted corners.
Yeah,
so I wanted to match them up. I am that person.
I did think it was odd you were making
I am
a really
that
beautiful card
person.
for mother-in-law.
So I've gone for the inverted corners.
Cute.
So we'll pop that on here so it matches up. So you've got that step of inverted corners. It is going to sort of hide that space there, but the reason why I'm not putting it up in the top corner is because I'm going to add this happy retirement piece to here as well, because you know when you're retired you've got loads of time for reading. So I'll pop this through.
Oh, I would do so much stuff if I was retired.
You say that, but I don't know whether you would. Would you not just be more lazy? Because I definitely
Well,
would.
yeah, that as well.
Super lazy. So you just use my pokey tool to squeeze that ribbon through there.
Just live in our pyjamas, won't we?
Oh, all the time.
I don't understand why we don't have like a real life pyjama day at work.
Or just like a comfy day.
Yeah.
We should suggest it.
I think we should.
I feel like crafting is done best when you're in your comfies.
Yeah.
So let's trim our ribbon down, and then we can just sort of edge those corners off to keep it nice and neat. And then you've got your happy retirement, you've got your mum, and then that's perfect for your sort of all your reads, bits and pieces like that. But you can use any colours. You could have put some gold elements in there from the paper pad,
yeah,
whichever you chose. But you can also do this idea with all of the other iris folding dies as well.
Love, love, love. I'm going to quickly just flick through the boards for you again, just so you can see in more detail what you're going to get in this collection. So the Ultimate Collection is $34.95. You are going to get all of the dies, so all four, the butterfly, you're going to get the hummingbirds, you're going to get the beautiful floral, and of course you're going to get that fabulous watering can as well. All four dies, they are $9.99 each if you want to buy them separately. And you are going to get that iris folding paper pad as well, which I will just quickly flick through for you so you can see all of the wonderful colours. It's 100 GSM, so it's a really nice, lightweight, perfect for using with your iris folding or any paper folding. But obviously you can use it for anything at all. You get the foil designs in there as well. $34.95, $6.99 for that on its own, $9.99 for your dies on its own. Don't forget your essential glue sticks, £1. You need those in your life. And that is it, I think, from us today. So tomorrow on our TV schedule, we have the lovely Laura is down at Create and Craft for us, and she has got a show at 12:45. TBC what that is right now, but it will be something. And she will be back at 5:15 with another chance for you to catch that spring bird song. Don't forget, we are dropping those iris folding demonstrations with each of the dies this week on our YouTube as well. And next up on Hunky Dory TV, we have a brand new show for you tomorrow.
Oh.
I know. So Nat and Kat will be here for our Wednesday Wonder. I wonder what it could be.
I wonder what it is.
I wonder. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We will see you all tomorrow and have a fabulous Tuesday.